The NBA playoffs are only 1 week away, and if we're including the play-in, 20 of the 30 NBA teams have a shot at winning the NBA Finals. Technically, that's true. There's a few teams that are obviously huge underdogs, but some of these underdogs shockingly have a great chance at going far. Since the NBA playoffs are only 1 week away, today we're going to be putting these NBA teams that are left into tiers based on how I feel about them for the NBA playoffs. This is going to be a banger video. Some of you guys have, and I've seen a lot of y'all that watch the videos aren't subs. We're on there to 2K subs. We're starting off with the Orlando Magic. Also, sub up and turn on notice because once the actual bracket does drop and we know the actual seeds, I'm going to drop my full predictions and we're going to be talking about pretty much every playoff series on this channel. But right now, the seeding, if you guys actually look at the NBA standings, it's too tough. It's too difficult to try and predict, especially in the East. I mean, even the West too, but the East, so much can change from seeds, 2 to like 7, 6. I don't know. It's crazy right now. Starting with the Orlando Magic, obviously there's a chance that the Magic, the Knicks, the Cavs, the Pacers, these teams can fall to the play-in. Although it's unlikely, I don't think the Magic will be in the play-in. However, I think the Magic are about as low ceiling as it gets. There's a lot of teams that have a lot of hope. The Magic do too. And so I feel bad even putting them in low ceiling because it's a bad look to be in a low ceiling, tier. It just really is. This kind of means that I think you're going to lose in the first round. That's pretty much what it means. Paolo and Franz, this Magic team, the future is bright, but this year, I just don't really see it. Next up, we have the Bulls, who are currently the 9 seed and are slotted to, actually it's locked in. They'll be playing the Atlanta Hawks in a loser go home game. Winner will potentially be playing the Sixers or Heat. I don't know. Again, that can change. We still got a week to go, but the Bulls, it's going to be tough. I mean, would people want to see them in the playoffs? I don't know, but I'm going to have to say the Bulls are playing losers as it stands right now. And I am going to be starting with the Eastern Conference for this, just to make it easier. If we were going like 1 East team and then ranking 2 West teams into it, would get confusing. So we're going to do straight up the East. I'm going to go through this fast, and then we're going to get into the West. And the West is really where it gets crazy. We have the New York Knicks. This is one of the most controversial teams because some people say they go to the finals. Not a lot of people. Not a lot, because we know who a lot of people have going to the finals in the East. We'll get to them in a second, but some people will have them as a solid team. Now, I don't know if I only want to put one team in solid tier, aka the conference finals. We'll have one team in elite, one in solid for the conference finals. Maybe I'll put multiple. The Knicks are pretty solid, but they're pretty injured. I don't know. Like, I feel like the Knicks are boom bust. We'll put the Knicks in the boom bust tier. And if you guys don't know what that means, basically the boom bust tier is like, you can lose in the first round, but you could also go on a run. Like, we're not really sure about these teams. And I feel like that's the Knicks, although I don't see the Knicks making it too far. Like, you got to win 4 series to win an NBA Finals. The Knicks just aren't doing that, especially with the injury to Julius Randle. So I low-key want to put them in low ceiling. Maybe we'll move them down, but the Knicks are kind of boom bust just because they have that, they have that it factor with Jalen Brunson. He can really go crazy. We never know what could happen. Next up, we have the Cavs. I think I'm going to put the Cavs in the solid tier. I've been a huge Cavs guy all year. I like their defense. They got solid. I don't know. They're just a great all-around team. They do have the injury to Dean Wade, which not a big injury, but that does affect the rotation and everything. But yeah, I'm high on the Cavs. We're going to go solid tier with the Cavs. Maybe they're boom bust too. I don't know. We're going to go solid tier for now. Atlanta Hawks. See, something about the Hawks, I just want to say they're going to get hot in the play-in and make it to the first round. Realistically, though, I feel like we should probably just put them in play-in losers. I don't think they're going to have Trae Young. DeJounte Murray would have to go crazy, which he can. We've seen that. And so that's kind of, I feel like DeJounte might do something crazy. Maybe it's a game winner in the first play-in against the Bulls. Who knows? But we'll have to go play-in losers. The Pacers. I mean, they could be boom bust. Bro, the thing is, we don't know the matchups. Right now, the Pacers are the 6th seed. They would take on the Orlando Magic. And so that series is actually that would be an interesting series. I don't know who I'd have in that. If that's the matchup, again, I'll drop my playoff prediction soon. Pacers, man, I mean, there's a lot of like not great teams in the East. Like, okay, they're all solid, but there's a lot of teams with question marks. Like the Magic, they're young, you know what I'm saying? That's the 3 seed right now. The Knicks, the 4 seed, they're injured. The Cavs been up and down this year. Pacers at 6. I mean, I guess they're boom bust. I don't know. I kind of feel like they're low ceiling. And again, low ceiling kind of means you'll lose in the first round. But you know what? Maybe we'll put the Pacers in boom bust. We'll put the Pacers in boom bust. Philadelphia 76ers. They're also boom bust. I mean, they are, right? I don't want to put too many teams in boom bust, but they are. But the thing is, they're going to have a tough matchup. And Joel Embiid just coming back from an injury. They are the definition of boom bust, but I'm going to make a hot take, I guess. We're going to put them in low ceiling just because they're either going to play most likely the Celtics or the Bucks as things stand right now. Potentially, though, they snag that 6th seed and maybe play the Magic or the Knicks, which I might have them winning that series. So this isn't like, I don't know. This is just weird because we don't know the full seeding, but I'm going to put them in low ceiling as things stand right now. If they still have to win out of the play-in, I just don't like their path. Miami Heat, man, one of the most controversial teams because some people love them. They've been to 2 NBA finals in the last, what, 4 years, 4 seasons? Maybe it's 5, I don't know. But like, how do we feel about the Heat? How do we feel about the Heat? Can they do it again? Right now, they're the 8th seed, and they're probably going to play the Sixers in the play-in. As it stands right now, again, a lot of things can change, though. I think the Heat are boom bust. And maybe I'm going to even out these tiers in a second. We have 2 more teams out east. Matter of fact, let's just put the Celtics up in elite. We know it. I mean, they're just the favorites out east. It's just so clear cut. They have a 15-win lead on the 2 seed, the Bucks. 15 games. They're 62-16. If you look at all the analytics, they're just at the top of all of them, or the metrics, I should say. We don't really have to explain that. And then we will put the Bucks in the solid tier. This is how I feel about the Eastern Conference. I don't know. I think I like it. Maybe we'll make some changes at the end, but it's time to move on to the Western Conference. And we're starting out with my Golden State Warriors, and I don't want to do this because, like, bro, thing is, everyone sees it. The Warriors just, I mean, they're actually been playing pretty good since like the All-Star break, trade deadline, whatever, like last like month or two. They've been pretty good. They've been pretty good, but it's just tough because everyone sees it. You know what I'm saying? Most people will put them in playing losers because they're going to be the 10 seed. They're most likely going to be the 10 seed. They're probably going to have to play either the Lakers or the Kings in the first game. Then they're going to have to play Pelicans, Suns, Kings. Like, I don't know who they're going to play, but it's going to be a tough path. They got to win 2 straight to even get in to the playoffs, where then they would be the 8th seed and take on, you know, the Timberwolves or the Nuggets. Now, we could say they're a low, see, they're not a, I don't know, bro. This is tough to rank just because their path is going to be so tough. Like, I feel like they're boom bust with a, you know, a team with Steph and Curry. You're pretty boom bust. You know what I'm saying? You have that potential. You do have that potential to boom. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't lie. Those Warriors haven't looked good. Their path looks crazy, but you have that path. You have that, you know, potential to boom, but I don't want to do it. See, they could get out of the play-in, but then you're playing the Timberwolves or the Nuggets, maybe the Thunder. I mean, it really depends on the matchup. So I'm going to play it safe, and safe is not always the best. I'm going to play it safe and say the Warriors are playing losers. But what I really want to do, I'll tell y'all what I really want to do right now is I kind of want to say the Warriors and the Lakers win out of the play-in, which is a little crazy, but I kind of feel that. I kind of feel that deep down. So if that happens, I'm just saying, but I'll play it safe for y'all because I know y'all will be mad if I don't put them in playing losers. It's just their path is tough. The Dallas Mavericks, I mean, this is about as boom bust as it gets, right? It is. I mean, shit, maybe they could even be solid. Elite's a little crazy because we're only going to put one team up there. They could fit solid, but I feel like they're about as boom bust because they could lose in the first round. Who are they going to play? They're right now the 5 seed. They take on the Clippers. That series would be really good. Really good. When you have Luka and Kyrie, both of them could go for 40, 50 any night. You know what I'm saying? Defensively, that was the question mark with the Mavs, but lately they've looked really good. Daniel Gafford been manning down the paint. PJ Washington, they've added some size to this team. They've been looking pretty solid defensively, and that was my question mark. So again, we're gonna have to see the matchup, I should say, when it drops. But honestly, it's looking pretty locked and loaded. Clippers, Mavs in the first round. Oh man. Okay, maybe we'll move them up to solid. I gotta see where I put some other teams. Pelicans. I'm gonna put the Pelicans in low ceiling. To me, they're low ceiling. Like, I don't see the Pelicans going far. They're in the playoffs. Maybe they'll be in the play-in. We're not sure yet. They're either gonna be the 6th seed, barely be in the playoffs, or they'll be like the 7th seed and be in the play-in. Which, if they're in the play-in, who knows? Maybe they lose 2 in a row. Probably not. But that was the thing. That's the thing. Deep down in my heart, Pelicans, Warriors, Steph Curry, 1 game. Pelicans are a little banged up too. They're dealing with some injuries on and off. Like, am I tripping for saying that? 1 game? Can y'all see that too? I could see the Warriors beating the Pelicans if it comes down to it. Bro, should I just do it? Should I just go with it? But Pelicans in the play-in losers is crazy because that means that they lost 2 straight. And that's unlikely. That's unlikely. I do want to say Brandon Ingram's been injured. We don't really know what's going on with that. If he is out, they're playing losers. I'm gonna say the Pelicans are playing losers, but we just can't predict that right now. Right now, it looks like he's gonna play, right? It looks like he's gonna play, so screw it. We're gonna go with this. But that's a big question mark. Lakers. We'll say the wait a second. Are the Lakers boom bust? Again, Lakers are the current 9 seed. So if they get in, they'd be the 8 seed and you'd play the Timberwolves or maybe the Nuggets. Either way, that's a very tough matchup. And so I think the Lakers are boom bust as well because they could easily go out in the first round. But, you know, if they pull off that win, it gets easier from there on out because you're playing the 1 seed or the 2 seed. You beat them. Who you play next? The 4 or the 5, which that would be the Mavs and the Clippers, which that's crazy as well. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be tough regardless. They're boom bust for me. Timberwolves. Is Cat going to be good? That's a big question mark. Is Cat going to be good? I think you got to put the Timberwolves in solid tier just because of their defense. You know what? We are right now going to upgrade Mavs. We're going to do it. The Mavs are red hot right now. We're going to upgrade the Mavs up to the solid tier. We're going to upgrade the Mavs to the solid tier. OKC Thunder. This is another team that is absolutely boom bust because they could get upset in the first round. Right now, they're the 3 seed. They'd take on the Phoenix Suns. They can lose that. They can. They're one of the, they're probably the youngest team in the entire playoffs. They're one of, I think they're like 3rd youngest in the NBA. They're about as boom bust as it gets because they've been great all year. But the playoffs is a different animal. You know, game planning 7 games potentially in a row against the same team. It's a lot. So I'm gonna put them in boom bust. Some of y'all might not like that, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Phoenix Suns. Ah, man. I'm gonna say low ceiling, but I mean, they're not really. I could see them going on a run. Like, would you be surprised if KD and D Book went on a run in the play? Like, I wouldn't, you know. But defensively, I think they just lack a little bit, and they are coming in as the 6th seed right now. Potentially, they'll be in the play-in. The path's just gonna be tough. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Right now, they play the Thunder, which they could win that. They could, and like, you know, maybe we go like, I mean, let's just see the bracket. Let's see the matchups when it drops. I'll drop that video. If this is the matchup Thunder Suns, maybe I have the Suns beating them. That's an interesting series. That series would be very interesting. We'll put them in low ceiling though. Sacramento Kings, playing losers for me. Playing losers. They were a team that pretty much all year was in the top 6, had a guaranteed playoff spot. They've been slowing down. They are 5-5 in their last 10. You know, Malik Monk, Kevin Huerter, injured, not going to be there. And that's a big blow. It's not their star players, but major, you know, role players for this team. They're 6-man. Kevin Huerter, they're 2 guard. You know what I'm saying? Big blow. Playing losers, Kings. They could easily make it. And then who would not make it? I don't know. Pelicans maybe? Or maybe the Lakers? I don't know. Kings could easily win 1 game in the play-in, or 2. Maybe 2 is a little tough. But if they're in that 7-8 game, they could win that. Nuggets, elite. I mean, that's the best team in the West for me. They won it last year. It's just the perfect team built around Jokic. I mean, I could talk about it for a while, but y'all have probably heard it before on this channel. And the last team is the Clippers. And they're low-key solid. Wait, hold on. Wait. Okay, so Clippers are 7-3 in their last 10. Timberwolves are also 7-3. The thing I'm debating right now is Clippers being in solid. Clippers being in solid and dropping down like the T-Wolves. But the thing is, right now we have Mavs and Clippers versing each other. So can we have, you know, them on the same level? I don't know. Clippers, Mavs, I mean, oh my God, that series would be crazy because the Mavs are like 16-2 in their last 18. They're red hot. We'll put Clippers in boom bust. Realistically, maybe we should do this because the Mavs feel more boom bust and the Clippers, like definition of solid, they kind of feel that. But I think I like the Mavs more than the Clippers, so we're just gonna go like this. And actually, we have the Kings for some reason in low ceiling, but I meant to put them down there. So this is what we're gonna go with. Let me know what y'all think. What did I mess up on? Do y'all think the Magic are gonna go on a run? Should the Magic be up in solid? Should the Pelicans be up in solid? A lot of these teams are really good, so I'm not saying they're bad, but we gotta put them in tiers. We gotta make some predictions. Who's your finals matchup? Let me know in the comments. And again, sub up and turn on notifications because as soon as we get this playoff bracket, as soon as we get these play-in matchups, I'll be dropping videos on all of it. Road to 2K subs. I appreciate all of y'all. Sub up. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.